Hello and welcome to a new video on this unit of the different data types and operators there are in Python. So we're just going to continue from where we left off in the last video. If you haven't watched it, I encourage you to watch the whole series in order. So like from part 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. So a short recap of what we did in the last video. So we created a simple script in which we looked at the print function in Python, which basically prints anything. So think of it like this. So anything that is in between, be it a text message, which is a string, be it a multiplication, addition, division, any arithmetic operation, or anything that we put basically inside these two parentheses with the keyword print will get printed to the screen. So in our example yesterday or in the previous video, we calculated the area of a rectangle and of a triangle. We also did a lot of addition and subtraction. So this lesson may be a bit short, but I just want to dive deeper into some of the arithmetic operations there are in Python and the arithmetic operators we have in Python. So let's go back to our slides, and now let's look at what arithmetic operators are in Python. So the four basic types of arithmetic operations there are in Python are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. All of them denoted by their own unique symbols, their own unique operators, hence arithmetic operators. So the addition is denoted by the plus symbol in Python. Subtraction is denoted by the negative symbol or the minus symbol in Python. Multiplication is not notated by or is not notated by the X key. Rather, it is done by the asterisk symbol on Python, which is a shift plus your number 8 key, which will produce a asterisk symbol. And then division is denoted by the / in Python. So let's look at the example we have on the left hand side. So here is our code block. So whatever we put inside will get executed, and we'll see the result here on the bottom left hand side, which is the result block here. So this is our code block, this result block. So the first arithmetic operation we're doing is with the print function. So we're printing the value of 4 plus 7, which evaluates to 11. Now in Python, Python follows BEDMAS with the order of operation. So brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So whenever we have a case like this, so in this case we're printing the value of 3 plus 2 plus 2 times 3. It will do 2 times 3 first, then it will add on 2 and then 3. So it's using the order of operations, which is BEDMAS. So it's going to do multiplication first. So 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. And then 8 plus 3 is 11. So now let's look at the three other arithmetic operators or operations there are in Python. So there's the modulo, the exponent, and the divide and estimate. So the modulo is notated by the percentage symbol, which is done through the shift and the 5 number key. So if you press your shift key and the number 5 key on your keyboard, you'll get the percentage symbol. The exponent is notated by the double asterisk. So to get an asterisk, or to produce or to type in an asterisk symbol, you need to press shift and the 8 number key on your keyboard. For exponents, it is double asterisk. So for multiplication it's single, for exponents it's double. And then divide and estimate, which is notated by the double /. So what modulo in Python, which basically means it basically returns the remainder of a division. So let's say you're dividing 2 or you're dividing 6 by 2, your answer would be 3 because 2 goes evenly into 6 3 times. But let's say you're dividing 7 by 2, your answer you wouldn't get a whole number. Your answer would be 3.5. But if we were to write it like in a long division form, your answer would be 2 with a remainder of 1, or your answer would be 3 and with a remainder of 1. So the modulo basically returns the remainder. So if we were to do that answer or that question here, or any similar mathematical operation here, so let's say here we're printing the value of 5 modulo 2, which is basically 5 divided by 2, but we're not printing the actual result itself, we're printing the remainder of that. So since 2 goes into 5 2 times, which is 4, and the leftover number is 1, it prints out 1. The exponent, you basically times a number by what the exponent is. So in this case, we have 2 exponent, the exponent symbol, which is double asterisk, 4. So the exponent, if you were to expand that out in a multiplication form, it will be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 times 4 times by itself, which is 16. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16. The integer division in Python, which is notated by the double forward slash, it's basically what it does is that you perform a division, and if your answer is not a whole number, it will round off your answer. So in our case, we're printing the value of 2 divided by 7, or in this case, we're using integer division. It basically does the division, and if the answer is not a whole number, so in this case, it's 7 divided by 2, the answer would be 3.5. It just rounded off to the nearest integer, which is 3. So if this were to be 6 divided by 2, the answer would be 3, but now it's 7 divided by 2, or 7 integer division 2. We just the computer just rounded off to the nearest integer, which is 3. So this may have been a short video, but I really wanted to go through all of the arithmetic operations there are in Python and the different arithmetic operators we use to notate or we use to define these operations by. So just a quick recap of what we covered. So let me go back. So the previous slide. Yeah, right here. So just to recall, we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Addition represented by the plus sign, subtraction by the minus or the negative, multiplication by the asterisk, division by the forward slash. We're printing, so in our case here, we're printing the result of 4 plus 7, which is 11. Back up next, we have the order of operations in Python, which is the BEDMAS. So brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, and then subtraction. In this case, we're doing 3 plus 2 plus 2 times 3. We are going to do or the compiler or the computer itself is going to do the multiplication first, since it comes before addition. So it's going to do 2 times 3, which is 6, plus 2 plus 3, which evaluates to 11. Following that, we have 3 more arithmetic operations we can do in Python. Excuse me. We have in Python, so modulo, exponent, and the divide and estimate. So the modulo is notated or is represented by the percentage symbol, which is basically shift key plus number 5 on your keyboard. We have exponent, which is the asterisk twice, like double asterisk. We have the divide and estimate, or the integer division. It's also known as integer division, which is the 2 forward slashes or the double forward slash. So the modulo basically returns the remainder of a division. So we're printing the result of 5 divided by 2. We're not printing the result of like this whole division, but we're printing the remainder instead, which is 1. And the exponents, basically we just put in the symbol and the exponent itself alongside a whole number. So 2 to the power of 4, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which evaluates to 16. Integer division, which is basically you divide and estimate to the nearest whole number and you return that answer. So 7 integer division 2, or 7 divided by 2, it would be 3.5, but since we're using integer division, the 2 double forward slashes, the answer would be 3, which evaluates to the nearest whole number. Now this may have been a short lesson, but I just wanted to go through all of these arithmetic operators in Python. So in the next lesson, we're going to look at variables. What variables are, how do we use them, the different types of variables, the different data types, type conversion, the type function, and a lot more good stuff. So be sure to subscribe and share this if you've enjoyed this video, and I encourage you, if you haven't already, watch the whole series in order, and I'll see you in the next part of this video where we cover variables. And until then,